Hidden truths about ancient cultures throughout the annals of history. Ancient cultures have shaped the course of civilization in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. While textbooks offer us neat timelines and familiar names, Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Maya, there are hidden truths buried beneath the sands of time, etched into temple walls, encoded in myths, and concealed in long-forgotten scripts. Today, we embark on a journey through the hidden truths about ancient cultures, facts that challenge what we thought we knew, and discoveries that force us to reconsider the origins and legacies of our ancestors. Music rises and fades. One. The myth of the primitive ancestor. It is tempting to think of ancient peoples as simple or primitive. After all, we are surrounded by the marvels of modern science and technology: satellites orbiting Earth, instantaneous communication, artificial intelligence. Yet, when we look deeper, the ingenuity of our ancestors becomes undeniable. Recent archaeological evidence has revealed sophisticated technologies, complex social systems, and architectural feats so advanced that some scholars question whether we still fully understand them. Consider the site of Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey. Dating back more than 11,000 years, it predates Stonehenge by 6 millennia. Massive limestone pillars, some weighing up to 50 tons, were arranged in circles and decorated with intricate carvings of animals and abstract symbols. Expert voice archaeologist, Göbekli Tepe challenges the conventional timeline. Until this discovery, we believed agriculture came before monumental architecture. But here, we see monumental architecture coming first, suggesting that religion or ritual may have inspired settlement, not the other way around. If that is true, the very foundations of civilization may have been built not on brain and governance, but on belief and imagination. Lost civilizations beneath the sea, their coastlines have shifted dramatically since the last ice age. As glaciers melted, seas rose by over 400 feet, swallowing entire regions where humans once lived. In the Gulf of Cambodge of India's western coast, marine archaeologists using sonar scanners detected geometric formations buried beneath layers of silt. Subsequent dives revealed pottery shards and stone tools. Radiocarbon dating suggested some artifacts were up to 9,500 years old, thousands of years older than the Harappan civilization, traditionally considered India's earliest. Expert voice marine archaeologist, if the dating holds, it would mean we are looking at a sophisticated culture that thrived along what is now a submerged plain. It forces us to think carefully about what we call the cradle of civilization. These submerged landscapes are not unique. Off the coast of Japan, the Yonaguni Monument, a series of enormous stone terraces and steps, lies hidden beneath the waves. While scholars debate whether the structure is natural or human-made, the mystery persists, hinting at a world swallowed by rising seas. Forgotten networks of excangenarita. Many imagine ancient societies as isolated, each rising and falling in splendid isolation. But the truth is more complicated. Even in deep antiquity, people traveled astonishing distances to trade, migrate, and share ideas. Consider the Olmec civilization in Mesoamerica. Their colossal heads, carved from basalt, weigh up to 50 tons. The nearest basalt quarry is over 50 miles away. Transporting these stones would have required hundreds of workers and sophisticated logistics. Expert voice historian. Long-distance trade networks connected cultures across continents. Obsidian from Anatolia shows up in Neolithic Europe. Lapis lazuli from Afghanistan traveled to Egypt and Mesopotamia. Shells from the Gulf of Mexico reached the Great Lakes. These networks are evidence of constant contact, ideas, goods, and technologies moving across vast spaces. The hidden truth is that globalization is not a modern invention. It is a human instinct stretching back to the dawn of our species. The secret knowledge of builders. When we look at the Great Pyramid of Giza, the precision is astonishing. The base covers 13 acres. Each side aligns almost perfectly to the cardinal directions north, south, east, and west. The sides deviate by less than a fraction of a degree. For decades, scholars speculated how such precision could be achieved without modern instruments. Recent studies suggest the Egyptians used the stars themselves, aligning their monuments with celestial movements. Expert voice Egyptologist. They likely observed the circumpolar stars, marking their rising and setting points to determine true north. This allowed them to orient vast constructions with remarkable accuracy. It was not just Egypt. In Peru, the Inca constructed walls using stones that fit so perfectly together that not even a blade of grass can slip between them. In Cambodia, The builders of Angkor Wat designed a temple complex aligned to equinoxes and solstices. The hidden truth is that ancient peoples possessed deep astronomical knowledge and advanced surveying techniques. Their monuments were not just buildings, they were calendars, observatories, and sacred spaces encoded with cosmic meaning. Myths as historical records for centuries. Scholars dismissed myths as fanciful stories, folklore without historical substance. Yet, recent research has shown that myths often encode real events and cultural memories. Take the flood myths found across the globe, from the Epic of Gilgamesh to the stories of the Hopi. In Australia, Aboriginal oral traditions describe the flooding of coastal lands more than 7,000 years ago. Geological studies have confirmed that these regions were indeed inundated as sea levels rose. Expert voice cultural anthropologist. Oral traditions are remarkably resilient. They preserve knowledge across hundreds of generations, often with surprising accuracy. Similarly, Polynesian navigators memorized thousands of stars, ocean swells, and migratory patterns. Their chants and songs were not just art, they were libraries of practical knowledge. The hidden truth is that myth and memory are woven together. To dismiss ancient stories is to lose the keys to understanding past environments and societies. Hidden scripts and lost languages. Some of humanity's earliest writings remain undeciphered. The Indus script, with its graceful symbols, appears on seals and pottery. Despite decades of study, no one has conclusively cracked its code. Lineae, used by the Minoans on Crete, is equally enigmatic. And in South America, the quippy bundles of knotted cords used by the Inca were once thought to be mere accounting tools. Now, researchers suspect they may encode histories and narratives. Expert voice linguist. Each undeciphered script is like a locked library. We know the texts are there waiting, but the keys are missing. Every breakthrough could transform our understanding of an entire culture. The hidden truth is that history is incomplete. There are entire civilizations whose voices are silent, simply because we have yet to learn their languages. Ancient medicine and lost healing arts. In our modern era, we look to laboratories and pharmaceuticals for healing. But many ancient cultures possessed sophisticated medical systems, some of which have been validated by modern science. In Egypt, physicians recorded treatments on papyrus scrolls. The Ebers Papyrus, over 3,500 years old, describes surgical procedures, herbal remedies, and prosthetics. In India, Ayurvedic medicine emphasized balance in body and spirit. Some of its formulations, like turmeric for inflammation, have proven efficacy. Expert voice medical historian. The Greeks and Romans performed cataract surgery. The Maya sutured wounds using ants' jaws as natural clamps. Traditional Chinese medicine developed acupuncture and herbal treatments that are still widely used. The hidden truth is that ancient medicine was not superstition alone. It was a blend of observation, experimentation, and philosophy, an early form of empirical science. The power of collective memory. Perhaps the most hidden truth of all is this: every ancient culture left behind not only artifacts, but also ways of seeing the world. The Aboriginal Australians teach us that humans can live in harmony with their environment for tens of thousands of years. The ancient Greeks show us how philosophy and inquiry can question every assumption. The Egyptians reveal a reverence for death that shaped art, architecture, and law. The Maya demonstrate the power of mathematical and calendrical systems far ahead of their time. Expert voice anthropologist. We are their heirs. Their struggles, triumphs, and mistakes are encoded in our collective memory. To understand them is to understand ourselves. The persistence of mystery. Despite all we have learned, countless questions remain unanswered. Who built the megaliths of Nata Playa in the Egyptian desert? What was the purpose of the hundreds of geoglyphs etched into the Nazca desert floor? Why did the Rapa Nui carve the Moai statues? And how did they move them? Expert voice archaeologist. Mystery is part of the human story. It invites curiosity and humility. Every discovery raises new questions. The hidden truths of ancient cultures remind us that knowledge is never complete. As long as we keep digging literally and metaphorically, we will keep uncovering new layers of understanding. Closing reflections. Today, we have explored the hidden truths about ancient cultures, truths that shatter the myth of primitive ancestors, that reveal civilizations beneath the waves, that uncover lost languages and forgotten sciences. But perhaps the most profound lesson is this: humanity has always been capable of greatness. Creativity, resilience, curiosity, and faith have shaped every civilization.